Well, as moms, we all know children grow up too fast. With 40 being touted as the new 25, 6 for little girls is now becoming the new 16. So how do we keep our daughters from growing up too quickly? Brenda Hyde is back now with some answers. She's publisher of Washington Family Magazine. She's also a regular contributor to DC Moms Like Me website. Good to have you back here with us. All right, this is a question. I just joined a Facebook group about moms and for moms to help new mothers. How do we tell the new mothers to protect their precious ones, to keep them little for as long as possible?
Oh, it's an ongoing problem. Yes. And a good example of this was last night with Miley Cyrus, and her dress was beautiful, but she's only 16.
I know.
It's amazing.
Well, again, it says, what are her parents thinking? And that's what you want us to do. You want the parents to start thinking about what their responsibilities are, not just because she's a celebrity, but in general.
Oh, and you can lay those groundworks right now. I have some really good tips on how you can build that when your child is young, because when they're young, they will pay attention to you. They will listen to you.
So communication is number one.
It is absolutely number one. Absolutely. And when you're communicating with your daughter when they're young, ask lots of open-ended questions. You want to listen as well as say things. Listen to what she's saying. Listen to what she's asking you about. If she's asking about non-age appropriate items, why is she asking that? What do her friends think about it? What does she think about it? What does she think about the media and how they portray children her age?
And you talk about making sure that they're involved in age-appropriate activities.
Yes, and this is a time when they do enjoy doing things with mom and dad. When they become teenagers, they may not. So when they are of a young age, make sure they're in those age-appropriate activities and that you're doing them with them. The more you spend time with them now, it's an investment in the future. You raise their self-esteem by spending your valuable time with them, and you also build on a future where you can communicate when you spend time with them.
You know, they're communicating all the time. We've done the stories about the phone bills that are enormous because the kids are texting. We've got to pay attention to what they're doing online. Monitor that very closely.
Yes, now is not the time to let your child surf unsupervised. In fact, I think a really good tip would be put in place your parental controls early, because when they're young, they don't question what you've done. And then as they get older, the parental controls can be the higher authority. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't go to that site. It's not in the parental controls. And so you've got that taken care of.
What about dealing with other parents? As far as the communications go, should you steer your child to be friends with someone whose parents have the same kind of values that you have?
You should, and some of that can be in putting them in the right kind of activities, things that you believe in. If you surround your child with people that you like, that you agree with, then their children are probably going to have those same values. So put them in the activities that you enjoy, that you know the people, and be there, be involved.
One final tip, you say discuss image in a timely manner. What do you mean about that? What do you mean by that?
This is just as important as communication. If you start talking to your daughter when she's very young, when she first asks you about fingernail polish or high heels or strapless dresses or things like that, play with her, have fun with her, go shopping, talk about a dress you see on a mannequin. Tell her, you know, how do you feel about that? What do you think? Do you think that someone your age should wear that? Do your friends wear those kinds of clothes? How do you feel when you wear those clothes? The more you talk and you ask questions of her, the more she's going to share her values with you, and you're going to influence her.
We do have to go, but I know there are mothers and fathers of sons who are saying, well, what about my son? Some of these definitely apply to boys, but are the boys less trouble?
I think so. I think in the media today and the things that we're seeing, the young girls, they're much more influenced by the visuals that are on.
Yeah. Always good to have you here.
Yes.
Good advice for all parents, right, Mike?
Absolutely.